Josh is 21 years more than half my age.
He's 40.
No.
41. He's dead.
So, it's for you to think about. So this is true. These are true. My brother Josh is 21 years more than half of my age. Twice my age plus 3 times his age is 161. Your goal is to figure out A, how old am I, and B, how old is my brother.
Didn't you tell them?
Do you remember?
Whoa! See.
Yeah, so.
We had this conversation.
Yeah, but you don't. And I'm not going to tell you. You don't quite remember. And I'm not telling you. I'm not ruining it for you. Use the math, people. All the info. Right here. Yeah, we went from 27, I've heard 26, 35. That's nice. If you go over 35, we're going to start throwing punches, though. Dude, who said 42?
I was looking to say 55. Aren't you 42?
Yeah.
Hey, you should give me a hundred. She'd have to say 55.
You're not going to be able to do the math, man.
No, that's like a normal.
On my life. Hey. I'm a little bit, yeah, disappointed. Because I think that you guys are capable of solving this. I wouldn't have given you this problem if I didn't think you were capable of solving it. And I'm disappointed at your effort on this one. I know one person has solved it. Okay? You two? 2 people. The rest of you have been over here. No. There's a way that thinking sounds and there's a way that being off task sounds. They sound different. Shh. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask that you guys take 2 more minutes and I want you to work individually. If you're already done, I would like you to see if you can't solve it a different way. One way you might think about, because this is algebra class, there is an algebraic way to solve this, and that's where we're going. So, if you're already done, or if you have nowhere to start, here's 2 things you can do. Abraham, how did you solve it essentially? What was that method called?
Guess and check.
Yeah, guess and check. You should, don't be guessing that I'm 50. Okay? Yes, and between 25 and 35. So there, you can, that should be a place where you can start. All of you are at least capable of guessing. Some of you are also capable of writing equations. Okay, so those are 2 different methods you could try. There are more methods. Okay, but I want you to spend 2 minutes working individually right now. That means you're not talking. You're trying to settle your brain down a little bit and give this some focus for 2 minutes. Awesome. So what I want you to do, it looks like there's at least 1 at each table. What I want you to do right now is share how you did it, the full don't just say guess and check if you did that. Like, walk through, what does that look like? Here's what I did. If you did guess, the check part is the part I'm interested in. How do you check if you are right? How do you check if you are right? Okay? So take a minute and a half, 90 seconds to share with your group and see if you can't all have something to contribute. How old's my brother?
35.
35. Nailed it. And I am 28. That's true. What?
Okay, right. Say I tried to do the algebraic way. Would the proper way to do it for the last part be 161 equals 2x plus 3y?
Yes. So, I am not going to spend a lot of time on the guess and check method. Okay? Did you guess and check?
I didn't.
You did? Okay, you can explain it to us.
So
So show me how, mostly the check, right? So let's say you, so what'd you guess?
Well, Omar guessed 28.
Okay.
So the way I wrote it first, I wrote in algebraic problem, which was 2x plus 3y equals 161.
So what's the x here?
28.
This kind of looks like algebra. No. What's it represent?
Oh, your age.
Okay. This is my age and this is my brother's age?
Yes.
Are you guys okay with this equation?
Yeah, that's how I had it too.
Okay, so this is my equation, sure.
And then he said 28 for your age, so you put 2x, or 2 to 28.
Uh-huh.
But then it says your brother is 21 years more than half your age, so you divide 28 in half to get your y.
Slow down. Are we okay with that? Okay, if my brother is 21 years more than half my age and you guess that I'm 28,
You divide it by,
he has to be, go ahead.
divide it by 2,
Uh-huh.
and you add 21,
Uh-huh.
and you get 35. So you plug that into your y. And then what I did is, and then you can just press enter and find a calculator, or you can do it, take one step further and show more work.
So you just do that number?
Yeah.
And you got 161.
Or you can take one step further and do more work and do the distributive way. So you do 2 times 28
Right.
to get 56. And then you do 3 times 35 to get 105. And then you add them together. And it shows the basic simple.
Okay. Yes?
What's the way to solve it without guessing check?
Yeah, what's the way to solve it without guessing
Can I take a shot at it?
Sure.
Okay. So I just did the formula for Josh's.
Yeah.
Josh's in the first where it was 25x plus 1. And so I start off.
Here's what I need you guys to do.
Half of it.
We're adding this to our notes. If you don't have this, I'm going to write this as notes. Okay, we'll see how Xander does during this explanation. So you're going to add this because we don't know very well. We might have inklings of the algebra way. So we're going to try and flesh it out because, yes, guess and check is nice. There will come times when you might prefer to do the algebraic way because you don't have to guess and you don't have to check it. It doesn't take as long. Okay? So Xander, you said you wrote an equation for Josh's age. So what was your equation?
The equation was 25x plus 21.
Equals what?
That equals Josh's age.
Okay. 0.5x. What's 21?
21 is because.
I mean, what's x? Sorry.
X equals your age.
Okay, x equals Stolte's age.
And
Okay.
then so that's just kind of like a basis formula that I have.
Okay.
And then I kind of took Dale's method where it's 2x plus 3y equals 6, so 161.
Uh-huh.
And then I did it I turned it into a y equals mx plus b formula, which isn't necessarily needed for this, but
Wait, what does the y represent here?
y represents Josh's age.
So we're going to, can we either, so would you guys like to call this y then?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to call Josh's age y. Because if here we're going to use a y, we should be using the same. Or I could write Josh's age right here. That's a hard word. Would you rather have me write Josh's age or y?
Why not just put J8?
Okay, J-A. Or how, okay, how about, okay, we'll just, I'm actually going to find a combo here. And I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with what Abraham said, just because. That's going to be S is me. J is Josh. So we have that twice my age plus 3 times my brother's age is,
Equals 161.
okay, all right.
And from there, I did it I divided everything by, oh yeah, okay, so I subtracted 2x and added it to the 161 on the other side.
Do you guys remember doing this stuff yesterday or the day before? So you're turning this so it's like if this were a y, we're making it into a y equals form, okay? So you minus the 2s minus the 2s, okay?
And then the 2s cancels out, so then you're stuck with 3j equals 161 minus 2s.
Okay.
And from there, I divided everything by 3, and so you're just left
53.67?
Yep.
53.67 minus.
Minus 0.67. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that gives me a little bit of a basis, and you could theoretically put that onto a graph if you wanted to. But that could help show like this potential. Or what you can do with the way that it's set up is you could find intercepts through making it. If it was still in the 2s plus 3j form, like that, you could cancel out the 2s to find that 3j equals 161, and then
Wait, what do intercepts do for me?
it gives you points on the graph, like how.
So still graph.
Yeah, yeah. So
So still
if
graph.
it was on a graph, like say if you're, if you had your intercepts, that would show the ages and things connected them.
Okay.
Right?
So, Xander got to here. We have these two equations that we're looking at. And he said we could graph them, which is true. Are any of you guys going to be graphing that? Probably not. What else might I be able to do? Anthony? Hold on, could you do anything with these? Ansel, I know you know this.
Huh?
Ansel, sorry. I know you know how to do this.
Add stuff.
No.
No?
They're both equal to what?
Just say 160.
Look.
What are we looking
These. Look, look. Let me remind you of something. Let me remind you of something we did a little bit ago.
So you could do.
Check this out. We could, like Xander said, yeah, we could graph these two things. Remember we had our warm-up from a few days ago, last week? No. This was our warm-up just on Tuesday. We could graph these two. Yeah, on Tuesday. Or, the other option was we could solve it. How did I get this equation right here? How did I get this? Look up here. I had these two things, and then how did I get...
They're equal to each other. That's what it
21 equals negative 0.67.
Yeah, look. This, two things equal to y, we could say, oh, I want to know when those two things are equal. Omar, pick your head up. Here, I could do the same thing. I have these two. I want to know when they're equal. I want to know when these are equal. Option 1, Yahi, what would that look like? Cool. What would that look like? Now here's the deal. One way we could do it. And Jolie, I heard you. You could say, oh cool, we have two things, we could set them equal. I want you all to try solving it this way. You don't have to like this way. I don't care if you like this way. This would be option 3. You had the guess and check way. Here we talked about you could graph these, but no one really wants to. You could solve these, so you're going to try solving those. Solve that. Solve that equation right here. This one. We're okay with this one.
Okay.
Put them equal. Kale, please stop interrupting. Add the 0.67. Arcane, write this down. Add the 0.67. 1.17 weird decimals. Subtract the 21. Divide. Now here's the problem. When I do divide these, 32.67, I get this. I get 27.92. Because why? Does anyone know why I'm not getting my actual age? Anthony? No. Why?
Because 32.67 is a rounded down number.
Yeah, this is rounded. And this was rounded, right? Remember this?
Yeah.
Right up here, 161 divided by 3. That's a never-ending decimal. When we rounded it, we just lost accuracy in our problem.
So what you could do is
So I'm going to say we got that. It is around 28. We got 27.92, but the answer is 28.
Oh boy.
I'm just going to give you that method. There is another one, but nah.
because let us learn.
I'll let you. How about this? You know what I'm going to let you do? Discover.
I've heard so many
Okay. So that's one way to do it. What I would like you guys to do now is take a few minutes. I have to talk about your homework. / you have to talk about your homework. Thanks. Yes. If you didn't have your homework done, you have the next 5 minutes to finish it. Xander. 5 minutes, not even, it actually will take probably about 3 minutes to talk about each problem and compare. You should have the exact same thing written. I want to point out that I want your answers written as ordered pairs. 2 separate intercepts, an x-intercept and a y-intercept, do not make one ordered pair. So please double check your work, double check your graphs. And some of you guys did it a separate way, which I want you to share that with your table as well. So take 3 minutes to talk about your homework, please. Everyone should have it out. If you didn't do it, then you're working on it.
I can't do it now.
As a reminder, okay, we're trying to solve for x and y intercepts. I'm going to do B really fast. X-intercept, y equals 0. You have 3x minus 2 times 0 equals 18. You have 3x equals 18, so you should get your x-intercept is 6. I want this written as an ordered pair, as an x comma y, a point on the graph. The x-intercept then is 6 comma 0. Okay? Yes, this is the answer for B. Yes. For the y-intercept, shh. Similar, but this time with x is equal to 0, because that's when I have my intercept. X is 0, plug in 0 for x, minus 2y equals 18. I have negative 2y is equal to 18, which gives me y is equal to negative 9. Again, now I'm going to use these guys. That's how I got this ordered pair. My y-intercept then is the ordered pair 0, negative 9. So that when I put these guys on a graph, 6, 0, and 0, negative 9, when I put 6, 0 on my graph and 0, negative 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 0, negative 9. Notice I asked you to label both intercepts. Those 2 intercepts then are 2 points on my graph so that I can graph them. As a side note, you guys are going to have a test on Thursday next week? Nope, I made a test.
Oh, is it quiz test?
Yeah, in fact, we've been doing A3, but you don't know that yet. Surprise. They're the same. Yeah. So, So you're gonna have your test on Thursday. A lot of you guys, this is the stuff a lot of us missed on our quiz. Right? Solving for intercepts. This is the whole point of showing solving for intercepts. It's one of the reasons why solving is even useful. Okay? Alright. So here's where we're going next. Just like the warm-up, you guys are going to practice writing equations, just like you did for the warm-up. Or we went over for the warm-up. Okay? So we're trying to extend our toolbox so we have a new method. What in the world are you doing right now, Red Bull? Turn around. Don't talk to Omar while I'm talking. Okay? I want you done with the first 3 questions in 8 minutes. That gives you just under 3 minutes a problem. Okay, so 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay? I highly encourage you to have your discussions around your group with these. It's a lot easier to work together than it is by yourself. Okay.
So we have a math day instead of a per day on next Thursday.
Sure. There's math day this Thursday.
Well, okay,
Why is that an issue?
remember next Wednesday is Veterans Day. We don't have school, so it
Yeah,
will be the day before.
Yeah, look. Ready? Math. Print. Math. Print. Math. Same. Still in order. You'll be okay. You'll figure it out next week.
That's the worst part about it.
Yeah. Remember when I said twice my age plus 3 times my brother's age is 161?
Yeah.
Hey, eyes. I need your eyes, please. Remember I said we said in our warm-up. Arcane, look. From our warm-up, we said twice my age plus 3 times my brother's age is 161. We wrote an equation with x and y both in it. And then Xander brought us to, oh, and I could solve that and do my stuff and blah, 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 and I could have y equals whatever that was. I don't remember what it was.
53.
Let me just tell you, that from our warm-up is now the same thing we're going to do for our classwork. In your classwork, it tells you that you're spending, it's $3.80 per pound of quick-growing rye. And it's $5 for higher quality seed. So you have the same thing. You have $3.80 for the quick growing rye, or whatever variable you want to use, plus $5 for the higher quality seed. And what's your total have to be?
$80.
$80.
That's that easy. I hate everything.
$80.
What?
Okay, and then this here, this is part C, just like we've been doing. Part C then says, well, there's an in-between, and you guys, I trust, can figure that one out. Part C says, can you isolate or solve, isolate means to get by itself, can you turn this into a y equals a bunch of stuff equation, just like we did in our warm-up, just like we did on Tuesday as well.
Probably.
Just like we've been doing almost all year.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what was part B?
Part B is you're going to plug something in,
Oh, okay. Then.
but I think that we can do that part.
15 pounds and blah,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'm going to give